Ladies and gentlemen, my name is
Scott.
Hey, yo. Is that his younger brother? It's gonna be
Jeff.
The cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
And you're listening to
all of the great action figures from our good friends at Hasbro.
The Fullyposeable.
Have your own WrestleMania with all your favorite figures.
Wrestling figure.
Each sold separately from LJN.
Podcast.
And we are the Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling.
Hey, welcome to episode 546 of the Fullyposeable Wrestling Figure Podcast, longest running episodic wrestling figure podcast going today. My name is Jeff, and sitting alongside next to me is my real life brother, not storyline brother, Scott. Scott, say hello.
Hello.
Scott, what's going on, dude?
Man, I am looking forward to this weekend. By the time everybody's listening, it's going to be Sunday, and you and I will have already been to Stockton Con. And I will have already gotten Demolition's signature on the Ultimate Edition, the ringside exclusive set. So I am really, really looking forward to seeing what kind of toys they got. You know, I'm always looking for older retro stuff, but super excited to get Demolition's autograph.
Well, I'm sorry to inform you, but my alias is Captain LJN, and I am here to say Smash won't be there at Stockton Con. You can only get X. That's a wrestling figure joke. Sorry, dude. Okay. All right.
LJN strikes again to break Scott's heart. That's pretty good, dude.
Instead, we're going to replace him with Smash with Warlord.
It'll be Warlord and Axe.
Yep. The powers of demolition.
In the fine tradition of shitty LJN decisions.
I strike again.
I love it.
So as most people don't know, Stockton Con has quite a few figures laying out and about and stuff, or toys laying out and about that's down on the floor. Are you looking for any toys?
Yeah, I'm in the market for a Bayley, preferably the Ultimate Edition, and the AJ Styles Ultimate Edition. Those are the two figures that I'm going and looking for. And if I happen to find that Macho that's in the Hasbro look with the white jacket, if I find that Ultimate Edition for a decent price, I'm going to pick it up. It still chaps my ass, dude, that we saw him for $35 at Lodi Con. I walked away to look for something else just to see, and I was deciding when I came back, it was gone. And that's one of those, God damn it, like I'll never get that moment back. It's definitely not going to be $35, but those are the three that I'm really kind of eyeballing.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see a lot of NECA toys. Obviously, NECA will be in full force there. Wrestling figures probably on the floor. We'll see.
Cards, too. They're going to have a lot of cards. They always have a lot of Funko Pops, a lot of comic books. But it'll be kind of cool to see what kind of cards they got, too.
Yeah, Kurt Angle was supposed to be there. He had to cancel. Mick Foley will be there. Rikishi will be there. So it'll be good times, along with Eric Estrada and who was the other one? It was Poncho and Chip, right?
Poncho's the only one everybody remembers. Punch.
Punch. That's what it was.
Poncho is what they wore in the ring, Jeff.
Yes.
Yeah, but the Chips guys will be there, so that's pretty cool. They actually, back in the day, they made Chips figures. Mego did. And there was a company that made 3 3/4-inch Chips figures. And there's a super rare set that had both motorcycles and both Chips guys in it. And, I had that when I was a kid.
Oh.
The way I got it was our teacher in 3rd or 4th grade had this thing where, like, you got good grades, you got points. And when you got so many points, you could go pick something out of like this big bin. And she had a Ziploc bag they were like donations from people. So like people would just bring toys in, like their kids' old stuff, and just give it to her, and she would bag it all up. She had a Ziploc bag with both motorcycles and both Chips guys, and they had the helmets and everything. And dude, I was eyeballing that thing like a madman. I was like, if somebody takes that, I'm gonna have to beat their ass for it, or I'm gonna have to try to trade them something. Maybe I can trade them Jeff for the Chip stuff. And so I was like racing to get the most points, and like people would pick ahead of me, because they get their points, and then it was a big deal. Like, oh, so-and-so gets to go pick from the bucket, and they'd go up and pick their toy. And I'm like, you son of a bitch, you take those Chips figures. We're going to have words and hands. Luckily, nobody did. And so by the time I got my points, it was a straight run to the bucket, grab the Chips figures. There was much rejoicing. And I was one of those toys I loved it. It was such a cool set. And obviously I don't know what happened to it. It's been misplaced over the years, which is weird with how I am with accessories and keeping track of shit. But yeah, I don't know, that maybe in Grandma Toon's garage somewhere. But yeah, it's just one of those cool sets. But I was thinking, man, if I had that on the card, how cool would that be to get signed by both those Chips guys?
I know, dude. I wonder how much Eric Estrada is charging for an autograph.
I don't know, probably like $5 and a Subway sandwich. No, I'm sure he gets a mint. I'm sure he gets a mint, dude. I'm sure it's good money.
Okay. All right.
Well, here, if you want me to look it up, I've got this thing. Okay, let me see. Here's the special summer guests. Here we go. Eric Estrada. Oh, wow. A combo for Eric Estrada is $60.
Oh, for an auto and a...
Yes. An auto and a picture with Eric Estrada is $60. An auto is 40. A selfie is 40. A combo is 60. His partner's more. His name is Larry Wilcox. Who knew?
Yeah.
$50 for an auto, 40 for a selfie, 80 for a combo.
Wow, Eric Estrada is cheaper than Larry.
That is crazy, dude. That is crazy to me. How are you going to charge more than Eric Estrada? He's Eric frickin' Estrada.
Right.
Wow. Okay, well, there you go.
Are you actually considering it?
Oh, hell no.
Oh.
No, dude, no.
The way you were talking, I was like, oh shit, Scott might be in like an Eric Estrada auto combo deal.
No, definitely not. I figured his autograph was going to be bank, like 80 to 100. Wow, I was way off. $40. That's not bad at all.
Yeah. The sister from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and the mom from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air will also be there too.
That's right. Oh, Hillary.
Yes. So anyways, yes, we will be heading to Stockton Con looking for toys and all that other good stuff. If you would like to get any of our shirts, head on over to Pro Wrestling Tees or whatamaneuver.net. You can follow us on the Twitter, X, YouTube, Snapchat, and the Book of Faces at Fullyposeable. Instagram is Fullyposeable WFP. You guys know where to go back and listen to any of our past podcasts. Go on to Podbean. You can go back and listen to episode 1 all the way up to now. Please rate and review and subscribe on iTunes. And you can send us any audio questions, or anything else at all. Send on over to Fullyposeable WFP at gmail.com. Scott, we did find out that Mattel San Diego Comic-Con preview night is July 22nd, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So be on the lookout for all the pictures that are about to flood social media.
Yeah, hopefully it's a ton.
Yep. Then the Mattel WWE panel, July 23rd, 11:15 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's where they will reveal everything. It's about 45 minutes to an hour. And yeah, it's going to be a flood of new stuff coming out.
And it's who? Sam Roberts, Danhausen, and Rey Mysterio. So you have to figure Danhausen's curse stood up and Mattel's going to have his first figure.
Oh, it's definitely going to be there.
No doubt, dude.
That will be preview night, July 22nd, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Mattel WWE panel, July 23rd, 11:15 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. As well, July 25th, the Fullyposeable YouTube channel, we are going to be doing a live with Sean Ing from KWK. He is going to have a lot of news regarding O-Ring Heroes, new retros coming out. It's not a butthole.
Oh.
Told us that numerous times. No B-piece.
Yet.
Yet. He's going to just sculpt one just for the collectors. Be like, all right, here you guys go. Just
Fine.
get this out. Fine. We're just going to sculpt one. We're going to make this little fudge hole, and then we're going to go from there. All right. So anyways, that's July 25th. Sean Ing live for KWK Comic-Con. Scott, did you pick up anything?
I did not pick up anything, but tonight at 9:00, I am going to be on the Target app, because the Hacksaw Jim Duggan Ultimate Edition goes on sale tomorrow, which would be Friday the 10th. Mm-hmm. So that one I've been eyeballing for a while, and I will have it in hand tomorrow.
All right. Did you happen to pre-order anything else?
Did I pre-order something?
Did you happen to sneak in on maybe some LJNs that popped up on Target?
Was that last weekend?
Yeah, it was this past weekend.
Crap, it was this past weekend. Dude, I lose track of time. Yes. Somebody sent out the link in our Facebook chat thing.
Correct. Yep.
Somebody sent out the link that Mr. Perfect was live. That whole series was live. So yeah, jumped on and got the Mr. Perfect. Why did I think that was 2 weeks ago? Dude, I'm losing track of time so bad. It's been a nuts summer. But yeah, jumped in on the Mr. Perfect LJN. Fingers crossed for the black card. If I don't get the black card, I'll just open the blue card and then hopefully find the black card through someone or by some miracle in store.
All right. So the only one you got was Mr. Perfect.
That's it. Yeah. And dude, I literally, because I hung up some stuff in the room a couple weeks ago, I have one spot open for LJNs, and it is for that black card, Mr. Perfect.
It's just waiting for that one. That's one. That's it.
That's its home. Go to your home. Are you too good for your home? It's waiting. I literally have a spot on the wall ready made for it.
All right. Same thing as you. Picked up the LJNs. I picked up Punk. I picked up Mr. Perfect. I didn't pick up DiBiase.
That's an interesting choice.
What?
Not getting DiBiase.
Dude, I've already got ours. It's okay. I did it with Piper. I did it with Piper. I did it with Hogan.
You didn't buy Jake though?
No, I haven't gotten Jake.
Okay. So you're like 50-50 on if we already have them, you're going to pass.
Yeah. Jake, I've been tempted, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet.
The scale on that Jake is way better.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it is. When you compare him to the other Jake, this one's taller.
Oh, okay.
Which is obviously Jake's a tall man, so you'd want your LJN to be more in scale.
But I, with you, also pre-ordered that.
Nice. It's literally a perfect LJN. When it says Mr. Perfect on that little red sticker on the package, it's referring to not only the character, but the LJN itself. It is a perfect LJN.
The orange was perfect. The orange singlet, I should say, was perfect.
Yes,
the IC title,
pops
chef
so
kiss.
nice.
IC title, chef kiss. Just
everything about it, dude. It's just
yeah,
head to toe, perfect figure.
We can't rave about that enough.
No, definitely not. And it'll be out before the end of the year. So I know that thing's going to be on a lot of people's top 10s, maybe in a lot of top 5s.
I'm trying not to put every single one on my top 10, but it's getting close.
Yeah. Is it going to be weird maybe not having AEW figures in your top 10? I mean, every year you seem to have like one or two.
Mercedes Monet, she was my number one. Was it last year? I think it was.
Yeah.
And then the previous year was the Aleister Black or the House of Black 3-pack. I can't remember.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So back-to-back years, I've had AEW in my number one. So it's going to be weird not having AEW even in the top 5.
Well, I mean, the year's not done. There's apparently more product coming from AEW. It's just kind of being sprinkled out. Mm-hmm. The Stings, the Will Ospreay just hit ringside. So there's going to be hopefully more to follow. So maybe that Sting will make your list. Maybe the Will Ospreay makes your list.
Possibly. I've got to see the final products on those.
Well, of course. You know, they're all renders right now, but yeah, I'm really curious to see what the finished product is. But yeah, it's going to be strange. You know, we've had a lot of AEW to pick from to put into our top 10s, and you've had them as number ones a couple times. So yeah, it's just going to be strange not having that huge amount of product to pick from.
Yeah. Well, as you said, we still got another few months. So
yeah,
we got a long ways to go.
Yep.
All right. Pre-orders, Collect Major. They had a pretty good 4th of July, I'll tell you.
Yeah, right. Jeez. A lot of upset collectors, though.
Oh, were they upset?
Well, they missed out. A limited Sting to $12.50. We talked about it last week. It was like thoughts and prayers, you guys. Hope you get one if you want one, but it's not looking good at $12.50 for Sting.
I debated on taking it out because by the time I got to that portion of our during the editing, I was like, is it even worth it to leave it in? I was like, well, yeah,
we tried. We tried.
Hey, we gave it a D- effort. I'll tell you.
Hey.
Like my grades in algebra. So
that's all right. I got you a TV and entertainment center.
I told you, dude, I celebrated when I got the D's and grades in algebra. Like
Mom and Dad did too.
Yeah. Dad was confused because I was like fist pumping. Like I was in a club, dude. I was like gyrating.
Dad joins in. You guys are fist pumping.
But anywho, so yeah. Did you see any upset collectors?
No, just reading comments like, damn, I missed it. I guess I don't know if they released it a day early or something. Like it was supposed to drop Saturday, they did Friday or something like that. So people were upset about what day it was on, because then they released another figure, and I'm sure you're going to get to this. Another figure dropped Saturday. So yeah, there were just people like, I mean, not like, pitchforks and torches or anything, but like, damn, I missed out. I wanted that Sting.
And then Saturday they dropped the Danhausen LJN in American outfit, and that was to 500, sold out in 4 minutes.
Insane. I mean, you're taking two gigantic names and putting super limited numbers. I can only imagine what the secondary market values are.
Pretty sure it's going to be a high price for them.
Well, their WrestleCon ones do really well, and a lot of their retired figures do as well, the ones you can't get anymore at retail. So yeah, of course, retail. Yeah. I mean, the secondary market prices are just going to be insane for those.
Well, also over at Collect Major, you can get the ECW figures, Sabu, Tommy Dreamer. Those figures are available to order now over at Collect Major. And also the Kerry Von Erich in his Hasbro look. That will be shipping in September. So jump on those. Pre-orders up on Big Bad Toy Store for Boss Fight Studio, Solaire, and Ultimo Dragon. And Scott, what were you saying last week that people were raving about the Drillistico?
Yeah, just how good it is.
People are just going bonkers for it, huh?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, but that's no surprise. That's what Boss Fight does with those premium style figures. They're just amazing. That's why I've still got my fingers crossed they get the AEW license.
Also available at Big Bad Toy Store's Playmobil first Netflix Raw set, Attitude Era set with Austin, Undertaker, and Triple H, and the Rock Monster Truck. That is Playmobil over at Big Bad Toy Store. Hasseldoy's Quebeccers still available for pre-order up over at Grapplers and Gimmicks. And the KWK July pre-orders is Samurai del Sol and 3 different Bertha Fays. Scott, you fell in love with those Bertha Fays, huh?
Unbelievable. Just everything about those figures, because there's 3 different looks. Every one of them pops. I mean, not to take anything away from that Samurai del Sol. Just go look at those Bertha Fays. Dude, I did not have an amazing Bertha Faye figure on my bingo card for 2026, but here we are. What a time to be alive. It's insane. Sean absolutely did, and his team did an absolutely incredible job on those figures. I can't wait to have it in hand and just check it out. But if you have a chance, just go to KWK social media, look at the job Sean and his team did on that Bertha Faye, and tell me that isn't one of the best retros of all time. I mean, it's incredible. Name aside, right? Bertha Faye, a lot of people are, who the hell is Bertha Faye? Look her up and then go look at the figure.
That will be available at J&J Figures, or they are available for pre-order at J&J Figures. Check out Sean's site. Just check out KWK Brand on Instagram. All right, let's get into that news. Grapplers and Gimmicks. D'Lo Brown retro. It will be D'Lo Brown. Just picture D'Lo Brown with the chest protector, and there you go.
Yep. He was Intercontinental and European champion all at the same time.
Exactly. Also available at Grapplers and Gimmicks is a Sergeant Slaughter 1 of 500 4th of July figure. Now, if you look at the card art, Scott kind of alluded to this with Sean's pictures last week with the O-Ring heroes, but Sergeant Slaughter also has that blast, that kind of fire behind him in the card art of the 1 of 500 4th of July figure over at Grapplers and Gimmicks.
Like the G.I. Joe figures did, where it was the drawing of the guy and then it had the blast behind it.
Exactly.
Yeah, nice touch.
It looks really cool. So
it's a great looking figure. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that is available at Grapplers and Gimmicks. Jazwares, San Diego Comic-Con. It will be Will Ospreay in all black gear. Now, I've got to be honest, I don't know which event this is from. I didn't see. If somebody did see it, please message us. But that will be their San Diego Comic-Con, a Will Ospreay in all black.
Their last San Diego Comic-Con for AEW.
Exactly. How sad.
It is. It is. You don't like to see anybody just cash in their chips, At
least they're giving us figures on their just kind of like, hey, here we go. We're just going to go out with a bang, Yeah,
it's what McFarlane's doing with the DC line. He's pumping out a lot of figures and getting ready to lose that license, and a lot of them are outstanding. And Jazwares doing the same thing.
How good is the McFarlane stuff that he's pumping out?
He put out a set of page punchers. And basically, it comes with a comic book. So it's on a blister. And it's got a comic book and a figure in there with his 7-inch scale. One of them is the Batman 89 from the movie. He's done that one before. He nails it every time. But the one I really like is the Art. Is it Art Ross? Oh, gosh.
Bob Ross.
Not Bob Ross. No.
It's Bob Ross. Happy birds.
You know, Jeff,
Angry birds.
I've taken to no, it's happy accidents, not angry birds. It's happy accidents.
It sucks when I have a happy accident in my pants, and I'm not talking about in the front. It's when I have a blowout in the back.
It doesn't matter how many times I tell you, Jeff, at our age, you cannot trust a fart.
I know. I'm learning that the hard way.
So I've taken to what's called a 90s nap. I've taken to having those on Saturdays randomly. And what's a 90s nap? Well, it's the nap you took in the 90s when you were just laying on the couch watching TV and you were right in between 10 a.m. WWF and 3:05 p.m. NWA. Mm-hmm. You'd have that 4 or 5 hours where you're like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, what I did is I would put on Bob Ross on KQED, and that dude would put me right to sleep.
Poor guy.
If you've ever watched his stuff, he's an incredible painter. But his voice is like the original ASMR. And it lulls you into like where you're just zoned. And before you know it, it's 3:05 and you're ready to watch NWA. And you change from KQED to TBS and boom, off to the races. But yeah, what I've been doing is because they've got marathons on YouTube. I put it on and I just lay on the couch and the dog jumps up, pet the dog, because I let my dog on the couch, Jeff, like a real American.
A real American.
And I let the smooth sounds of Bob Ross rock me to sleep. It's incredible.
Okay, that's Scott's 90s nap. And then after he wakes up, he goes and does the fat boy U-turn at In-N-Out Burger and then right into McDonald's French fries. Exactly.
Okay, so let me see who drew DC Kingdom Come. It's COME, Jeff.
Oh.
Alex Ross, not Art Ross, Alex Ross. Anyway, there's a Batman figure that came out in the Page Puncher series in the McFarlane line that Alex Ross drew, and they put the figure out based on his drawings, and his drawings are very lifelike. He's an incredible artist, but the figure that McFarlane put out, I think it does that. It's not perfect to what Alex Ross does, but it's a good representation. I really like that figure. So, and he's also got a Superman in that one that's really good. So yeah, he's been putting out awesome figures. He's still carrying on with the superpowers. So yeah, he's putting out a lot of stuff, even though he's getting ready to lose a license, just like Jazwares is doing with AEW.
All right. FC Toys pre-orders up for Macho Man Bone Crunchers. A couple of new Macho Man Bone Crunchers up available at FC Toys. Just do a Google search for those. Now, this past Friday, Epic Toys released a little bit of news. They posted on Facebook a picture of Demolition, and Demolition was very comic book-esque, where they were just jacked out of their minds and stuff like that.
Yep.
One Shot Studios and Epic Toys are proud to announce Legends of the Ring. Legends of the Ring come to life in a high-octane epic story set beyond the ring. Crafted and created by some of the best professional comic artists, authors, producers, and creators in the industry with only one mission: to bring your favorite legend of the ring to life in comic book form. Who better to start things off for us in issue number 1 than the mighty Demolition? We are proud to be continuing their legacy. Legends of the Ring combines epic stories and wrestling megastars whilst celebrating artists and writers in the comic industry. Who do you want to see in future series? So issue number 1 will be Demolition. And this is from One Shot Studios and Epic Toys.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, Demolition were very 80s. You know, they were big dudes. They wore face paint. They had the leather, the spikes. You know, it was a very 80s look. They were very comic book-esque. I think it fits that mold perfectly for what they're doing. So cool. Put them into different adventures, and I'm here for it, dude. I think that's great. The more Demolition we get of anything, the better.
So I'm curious who else they're going to do, and like stories beyond the ring. What are they like, going to be crime fighters or?
I have no idea.
I'm curious. Like, I don't read comic books. In fact, I barely read anymore, except 50,000 emails at work every single day.
Yeah, we do enough reading at work.
Yeah, exactly. I get home, I want to rest my eyes like Dad used to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dad's all, I'm just resting my eyes for 2 hours. No, that makes sense. That actually makes sense.
Dad. Bob Ross, Dad. It's great.
Yeah. Take a 90s nap, Dad.
Yeah, 90s nap.
But I'm curious, like, what these stories consist of. It says beyond the ring. Like, are these real stories like they're telling on the road or something like that? That would be hella funny.
I mean, that would be funny. But no, I think they're just going to go like straight comic book. like Mad Max style. You know, they could put them in like a Mad Max style world, and they're like the rulers of that underworld, and that might be kind of cool. But I mean, you look at who else they have in their line. They've got Barbarian and Warlord. They've got the British Bulldogs. You know, so there are definitely some names that they can draw from to tell some pretty cool stories. And I mean, the artwork is incredible. So yeah, I'm here for it, dude. Something different. I love it.
Yep. So that is Epic Toys Legends of the Ring comic books. Also, that popped up Golden Era of Wrestling from Nerd's Closet. Now, what Nerd's Closet did is they did a video and it showed a bunch of different toys in Nerd's Closet form. So picture Nerd's Closet. And they had Four Horsemen. They had Hogan in there. They had a bunch of us 80s, the wrestlers we grew up with in the 80s and 90s. Brett was in there.
Name
as well.
a wrestler from the 80s.
And so what happened is they kind of did a mishmash, a little 1.5, 2-minute video. And at the end, what did they say, Scott? Who would you like to see? Or these wrestlers?
It was more along the lines of, we had some fun imagining an entire roster of wrestlers in Nerd's Closet, and who knows who we showed is going to end up in our line.
Okay.
One of those things, like, just kind of stay tuned, because somebody that you saw, or a number of people that you saw in this AI video, could end up being in the line at some point in Nerd's Closet line, which I've been pretty clear about my feelings on Nerd Closet. You know, they've gotten me a couple times with the Road Warriors. They're cool. They are cool. They're different. I'm not a big fan of the non-face paint guys, but the other ones are growing on me a little bit. But I definitely love what they've done with LOD, Powers of Pain, Demolition. They've got some cool looks, and I loved that video that they did. I really enjoyed. I watched it like 5 times, and I was like, okay, finally, I got to send this to Jeff. Like, he's got to see this too. It's great. It gets you salivating, like, oh my God, they got all these guys. No, that's not what happened. They just had some fun making a video. Really, really cool watch.
So that was from Nerd's Closet this past Friday on July 3rd. They did that. Wrestling Heroes, huge announcement on Monday, 7/13, Home Run Derby Day, regarding Wrestling Heroes. That is their O-ring style, and they're going to have a huge announcement. So we'll see what it is tomorrow, after the day after the show drops. We'll see what they're cooking up.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Obviously, you know, Sean's got his coming out. Hopefully Wrestling Heroes has more coming out, and that just builds your roster of 3 3/4 inch guys. And that's awesome, because Sean has the ring coming out with Hebner.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to build up a huge ring of O-rings.
Yes. You'll have an army of O-rings at your disposal. O-rings disposal. Get it?
O-ring disposal. There you go. I like it. Disposable O-rings. I like it.
You see what I spit out there, Jeff?
You're gross. You're gross.
Thank you.
All right. Leaked lineup from My Damn Toys again. He put out another leaked lineup. A Monday Night Wars lineup. It will be Godfather, Kevin Nash. Now, these were kind of still pictures. These were live action shots. Kevin Nash was in the Wolf Pack. Triple H, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and the Build-A-Figure is Stephanie with the old school women's championship. Picture the championship from about 1999. And that will be the Build-A-Figure, Stephanie McMahon. Triple H looked like the time he got married to Stephanie, so that kind of makes sense right there.
Yeah. Yep.
And Hacksaw Jim Duggan. After you get the Hacksaw Jim Duggan Ultimate, it's like the be-all, end-all of Hacksaw Jim Duggans. Like, there is no more Hacksaw Jim Duggans to purchase. Like, what other look of Hacksaw Jim Duggan can be done where we'll be like, oh, God damn it, you got us?
Mid-South or UWF. Or if they did a Coliseum collection in the black trunks with the white knee pads, the white boots. You put some different heads, that same t-shirt that comes with the Ultimate Edition that's coming out from Target. I mean, that, but I don't know if they're still doing LJN inspired in their Coliseum, what they call their Coliseum collection line now. I don't know if they're still going to hit on LJNs, but Hacksaw would have been a good fit there. But honestly, for me, they jumped the shark with that figure coming out Friday, the 10th. That is, as it says, the ultimate Hacksaw figure, and I'm going to be done buying Hacksaws at that point.
I'm curious what the Monday Night Wars one is going to look like. I mean, how are they going to differentiate from any other Hacksaw? Because Hacksaw had the same look when he went to WCW.
But he wore a singlet in WCW, didn't he? Like on his later years? Not when he beat Steve Austin for the TV title.
Was he wearing a singlet at that time?
I thought, or maybe it was the U.S. title he beat it for. I forget. U.S. title. But yeah, I thought like his later years in WCW he was wearing a singlet. So they could put him in a singlet.
That's not my Hacksaw.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the one coming out at Target is absolutely everybody's hacksaw, dude. That thing is great. It's got the American flag, the American 2x4. Literally the only thing missing is the American flag face paint from when he teamed with Demolition. But minor gripe. If you really want that, they made a basic or a main event of that figure. So yeah, the one coming out of Target is the ultimate hacksaw.
It is the be all end all. Scott, with San Diego Comic-Con right around the corner, are there any other toy lines that you're looking at?
I do want to see what Mattel has for their DC line.
Okay.
Because they've got some out now that look pretty cool. I like the Batmobile. Their figures that they've put out so far look pretty cool. I'm not going to jump in, but I'm just kind of curious to see if they're going to go any other scales, any premium formats. So going to be keeping an eye on them. I also like to look at what Hasbro does with G.I. Joe. I'm not in that line anymore, but I always like to see like what figures are coming out. It's a cool little trip, nostalgia trip, just to see the figures I grew up with. You know, who else are they going to make? Are they going to do any more vehicles? But I mean, outside really of those, no, I'm not paying too much attention.
The one thing I am looking at is I'm going to keep an eye on McFarlane for his sports figures, because he did the first. Yeah, he did the first 4. I don't know if they're available for pre-order.
Are you talking about the Aikman?
Aikman Rice.
Yeah, those already went up, dude.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get the Rice?
No, I passed.
Okay, gotcha. Now that I know those are up, I'm gonna be taking a peek, see if I'm gonna be getting those. But anywho, I want to see what other sports figures he's gonna do, if he is gonna show off any other sports figures. That's one I'm kind of curious if Super 7's gonna show off anything, because Super 7's been quiet lately.
They have.
So I'm hoping that maybe they kind of wow us with some things. Don't know what those things could be, but still hoping that they will.
Yeah, well, Super 7's been doing some stuff. They've done a little bit more music. They've done a lot of G.I. Joe. They've started doing the O-ring G.I. Joes. I think they're doing a lot of Godzilla, but you can tell they've definitely scaled it back. There's not as much product pumping out from Super 7 as there was before. Yeah, I agree with you. I hope that changes. I hope we see a lot from them. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see, like, does McFarlane get into baseball articulated figures?
I could. He's got the MLB license.
When he's going for Legends. And that's really what I want in that line. Like, I'll buy the Yankees, right? Like, I'll buy Aaron Judge. If they put out a Ben Rice, I'll buy it. But if I could have an articulated Mark McGwire or Jose Canseco or Mattingly or especially Bo Jackson, could you imagine a 2-pack of Bo in a Raider and Royals uniform?
Oh, dude, that would be crazy.
That would be nuts. I would love it. You could also do Deion Sanders and a Braves and a Falcons. Like, that would just be awesome.
Yeah. Those are some figures I'm going to be keeping an eye on just outside of wrestling. Also, I'm kind of curious how Jazwares is going to round out the whole entire AEW line. I mean, they're putting out the spatterings of things right now. You got the Sting, you got the Osprey. They're doing a San Diego Comic-Con. So they're doing some things. I'm curious where they're going to go. Like, are they going to do another Jay White? So I'm just kind of curious how they're going to tie everything up and wrap everything up.
Do they even show anything? That's kind of what I'm wondering. Like, the line's coming to an end. Are you even going to show anything, or are you just going to surprise us with figures for the remainder of the year?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm good either way. Get me excited about the line, or just surprise. There's no surprises anymore. We always know what's coming. Yeah. Right. So maybe that's the better move from Jazwares. Just surprise us with it. Where all of a sudden you wake up one day and there's news on social media. Oh, hey, there's a new Sting figure on ringside. Oh, hey, there's a new Will Ospreay figure on ringside. That's amazing news to get. That's a surprise. I like that.
By the way, went and saw Toy Story 5, and this is supposed to be the last Toy Story.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. You kind of knew the plot going in. You kind of knew how it was going to wrap up and all that stuff. But the way to wrap up the whole Toy Story series of movies, I wasn't a fan of. I don't know. It just didn't have a good bow put on it.
Interesting. Okay. See, I just watched number 4 maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
And you know what? 4 is my least favorite.
I didn't care for it either. But the ending, I think, was a good bow to put on the whole. Like, they could have ended the entire franchise right there, and it would have been perfect. No,
I didn't like 4 at all. So I'm glad they threw out one more. Just
really,
just the way to tie it up. Just a way to go from there. And as I said, dude, they've been listening to our show. Whoever it's at Pixar, they're listening to our show because we talked about tech and kids a long time ago.
That's the entire movie, huh?
Basically.
Got it.
Yep. So they were listening to our show. They're like, oh, these two Cali boys know what they're doing, who are on Netflix's Toys That Made Us. They know what they're doing.
Let's give them a listen. See what they got to say.
Yeah. Patting us on the back. Hell yeah. Give us our flowers.
Hey, Toy Story 5. You're welcome.
But it was a good movie. I mean, I thought it was way better than 4. As you can tell, I was not a fan of 4, but the ending, I don't know. I wish they would have been able to just kind of wrap it up a little bit better. But anywho.
So what you're saying is Toy Story 5 was no Jackass 5.
Jackass 5 greater than Toy Story 5.
More peanut butter. Don't get it on my jacket. Just go watch the movie if you want to know what that's about.
That was my next answer. How many?
That's so good.
How many Earths fit into the sun? You can phone a friend. 7. I'll go with 7. It's 1.3 million. That was my next answer.
Larry the Robot rules.
Oh my God, dude. So good. So good. All right. That is it for the news. It seems to be a little light lately, even though we got a bunch of different companies showing a bunch of stuff off. But we're going to be blasting you with a bunch of news here in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. We'll have a long San Diego Comic-Con show.
All right, let's get into some nostalgia, some questions from November of 2019 that were thrown over to Steve Ozer. The first question. So the question came from the way I copy and paste it. It's kind of different, but let me just kind of bring up the question. Action figure. In the spirit of my last question, asked solely because some people just need to hear it. You are never going to produce a Chris Benoit figure, are you? And somebody said also a real winner bringing up making a Benoit figure. Yeah, I wasn't even touch that one with a 40-foot pole. But since it's out there, Steve said, guys, come on, reality check. There will never be a Benoit figure by a legitimate, reputable toy company ever again. Ever.
Ooh, and he said that like 7 years ago.
Yep.
But to his credit and to his point, even with all of the independent toy manufacturers out there right now making wrestling figures, nobody's touched Benoit.
Or Snuka.
Great point. Yeah. And I'm sure they're available to go get, but such controversial names, man. I don't know. I mean, I would be out on both. I wouldn't touch them, but that doesn't mean that there's a fan base that wouldn't. It's just which manufacturer is going to have the balls to do it. Maybe that's not the right way of doing it. I'm not challenging anyone, right? It's just going to be somebody's going to have that attitude that says, you know what? Screw it. I don't care what people think about me. They're going to cater to a specific fan base that does want that. And whatever people's opinions are is what they are. Somebody at some point, I'm sure, is going to have that opinion, Jeff.
Do you think with all these all third party companies, do you think any of them are going to just put their testicles on the line and just say, all right, here we go. We're making a Benoit figure.
I think it's going to take more to like say, I'm going to try to make a Benoit figure, because you've got to approach, or even a Snuka, you've got to go through the right channels to make that happen, to put ink to paper to where you're actually going to be able to produce a figure, right? Mm-hmm. That's where the cojones come in. And again, maybe that's not right. Maybe it's just more like an I don't care attitude. Like, I don't care what people think. I'm just going to make this figure and so be it. But it's getting that ball rolling. And honestly, I don't think you'd want to tell anybody when you're doing it.
You just want to surprise them and release it one random day. That's
it. Keep the circle small, because if you announce it ahead of time that you're doing it, there's going to be so much flack, because the opinions on the one side of you shouldn't do this are going to be so loud that I don't know, man. It would just be one of those things. You're better off just being like, hey, go order this figure right now. It's up, and then do a limited run and you're done, and walk away. Walk away, because I think you've killed any chance of doing further business outside of that little community that wants it. Mm-hmm. I think it would hurt you in the future, honestly. So if you're just down with making one figure, do it. But if you want to make more, I think that there would be a fan base that would never do business with you because you made that choice. That's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong, off base, whatever. But I can tell you I would be 100% out on either a Snuka or a Benoit.
Okay, but if they do that, would you be out on any of their future figures that company was in a release?
I don't know. Undecided.
Okay.
Maybe. That's like a 60-40.
60-40.
Yeah.
They'll put out some Road Warriors and you'll be like, all right, I'm back in.
Son of a bitch, I'm back in.
All right. Next question from 2019, November 2019, I should say, comes from JKLMD. Oh, he's a medical doctor.
I'm sure.
Oh, 2002 said, AFA, you've made this forum part of my daily routine again. Thanks so much for answering so many questions. Number one, does the WWE Network help in terms of rekindling interest in looks for figures like non-$1 million man Ted DiBiase based off of his Mid-South look? Number two, do you guys get any heads up on character wrestlers might not have this talent contract renewed? Do you get enough warning to rush them into production like the Warlord figure? Thanks again. For question number one, Steve said, Mid-South DiBiase is pretty doubtful. The network does help keep the legends fresh in people's mind in general, though. Number two, sometimes we get word of availability or status changes. Sometimes we don't. It's complicated, fast-moving business.
I don't know. Would you want a Mid-South DiBiase? Is that something you would rush out and buy? Like if they say they made a Legends Elite.
It wouldn't be something I'd rush out to buy, but I would wait for it to hit clearance.
What if it came with like a Mid-South tag title or a Mid-South title of some type?
That would help.
Would that make you not want to wait until clearance?
It's one of those, I kind of have a feeling I can play the waiting game on that figure.
See, I couldn't.
Really? You wouldn't?
There's no way. No, not if it came with a Mid-South title.
It has to come with a glove too, because he wore a glove.
Absolutely.
Like Michael Jackson.
Like a spare hand. Like one of the hands would be the black glove or one of the hands would be a non-glove hand, right? So yeah, and you'd want a Mid-South title with him. He didn't hold a title in UWF to the best of my knowledge, but he did hold some UW or some Mid-South gold.
Yes.
So if he came with a Mid-South belt, I would be 100% in and not wait for it to hit clearance.
Okay. All right. So you don't think that would be hitting clearance at your target?
It probably would, but I wouldn't chance it.
Okay.
I'd want that title.
Title sells you.
It does every time.
Next question from 2019. Wrestling DeLorean said, piggybacking on this, since I'm a spreadsheet nerd, does Mattel keep track of how long each performer's contracts last, especially those under Legends deals? That way, you prevent a rush to get a figure out. Steve said, we are aware in most cases. Next question from 2019 came in from Warlord. Speaking of the Warlord, by the way, Warlord's going to be at Stockton Con.
No, he's not.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Will you stop?
Sorry. Sorry. My alias, my dark evil LJN came out. Sorry. Say if the Ultimate Edition line doesn't reach your expectation in terms of sales and you had to cancel the line. Okay, hold on.
Come on now.
7 years later, we can say they met expectations.
And then some.
Warlord said, which I'm hoping it won't happen. Are there any chances that we start seeing more articulations in the regular Elite line? Double jointed elbows, more ankle pivots. Would love to be able to pose the Undisputed Era in their Undisputed pose, or even have Styles do his glove pose properly, both with the hands out forward and over the top of his head. Steve said, if Elite articulation was ever tweaked, it would be independent of the success or lack of success of Ultimates. All right, November 2019 came in from Red Devil. He said, I'm always very impressed with how you guys managed to get older names out that, and he put in quotes, I guess, are almost exclusively targeted at us older collectors rather than kids. Roughly how much of a target market are us older brats compared to the younger generation these days? How difficult is it to get approval from either Mattel or WWE on names like Gorilla Monsoon or Don Morocco that the younger buyers likely don't care about compared to Roman, AJ, etc.? Or do the sales numbers for classic names make them pretty easy inclusions these days? A very good question. Steve said, there's a good mix of kidults. I'm going to say kidults and kids who are into the line, including certain legends hasn't been problematic at all, as they've been used correctly in appropriate slots, especially over the last 2 years, ensuring that they aren't overproduced. The formula is working for them. They are ever present in the lines and they are selling through, and sell through is important so we can keep including legends at this popularity level.
Well, it's changed a lot because studies have shown really over like the last 3 or 4 years that the people carrying the toy industry are us, the collectors, the kidults, as you called us, Jeff. Mm-hmm. It's not so much the parents buying for the kids anymore. I don't think. I think it's us with our wallets and our extra income. because gas is so cheap. We have so much money to spend in wrestling figures now.
We do. Old man.
And sarcasm here.
We'll go watch Toy Story 5. They kind of allude to that. Taserface from 2019 said, I'd love to hear a truthful, open answer about this. The sales numbers are hard to say because they sell them to Target, Walmart, etc. But honestly, what legends/flashbacks do you see warming in Elite style at least? The last ones I recall were the heavily overproduced Berserker Warlord figures. Maybe that Razor FB in street clothes, Facebook. Razor and Facebook in street clothes. Or overpriced entrance great Goldberg.
This guy's really laying it out there, isn't he?
What was FB? Because he says it again right here. What was FB? I'm trying to go back in time. FB. Maybe the Razor FB. Flashback.
Thank you. Yep.
Okay. Sorry. Continuing on. I got stuck on that. Angle flashback. Sting, Dusty, Dude, Taker, Mabel, Ray, and even old school guys like Kane don't warm. Even a low card guy like Scotty 2 Hottie didn't warm. So that says something. I would love to hear the argument of keeping them out of lineups makes sense. And I'm not talking about the niche guys like Patterson, Briscoe, Gorilla, etc. I think the WM, what was WM? I think the WM only is fine for those guys. Man, I'm trying to go back to 2019 and try to remember these acronyms.
WM.
What was WM?
Maybe Walmart only?
I think so. I think it would probably be Walmart, I guess.
Were those guys part of like the because remember they were doing the store exclusives back in that time in the Elites?
That's right. They were doing the oh god, weren't they like short packed or something like that?
But they were store exclusive, but they weren't necessarily part of the Elite line. But if you got a case of Elite, they might be in there.
That's right. I'm talking legit names in in-ring performer flashbacks. Oh, now he puts flashbacks. God damn it.
You made us think.
I know. Steve says, there's no argument for keeping them out. They are being included the right way and they are selling. You'll see more included in similar ways to all legends you just mentioned. I've tried to include a legends in each Elite wave since coming on board. Sometimes things don't work out and legends get bumped, but they've been consistently included throughout the year. One wave in 2020 will have 3 included.
Damn.
So that is the nostalgia questions from Steve Ozer this week. Man, so many acronyms from 2019, man.
I know. How dare you dump those all into the last question?
I know. I hate acronyms.
I know. You're supposed to main event, dude. You go throwing acronyms in. It's the last time we book you in the main event slot.
Yeah. Taserface. That was his name, right? I think it was Taserface.
A Taserface only a mother could love.
All right. Go check out our podcasting buddies, Brian Breaker and Travis over at the TB Toycast, of course. Positively Pro Wrestling Podcast, Legendary Wrestling Figures. Happy birthday again, Brian. Work the Arm Podcast with Jeff and Jamie. Pod Subject to Change with Nick Dunham and his son. Trivia with Buds, Ryan Buds. Hope you're doing well. Chick Foley Show and EJ and Rucker doing Boot to the Face. All right, Scott, what's for dinner tonight?
I'm thinking Taco Bell.
What you gonna get there?
Definitely an enchilada. And something that's kind of like crept up my Taco Bell list lately is the Cantina Chicken Mexican Pizza. It's really good. I wouldn't say it's better than the regular one, but the Cantina Chicken Mexican Pizza, outstanding.
By the way, you're going to hate me and you're probably going to shove me out of the car after I say this, but enchilada, it's okay. It's mid.
I agree with you.
Okay.
It's just okay, but it's a bean burrito with beef added. Like, and it's got sauce and cheese over the top. What's to hate? So even when Taco Bell's mid, it's to me still really good.
I mean, it was okay. Special guest Sean grabbed one for me, brought it in from lunch. And like the way you and him built it up, like I was expecting this like amazing flavor burst in my mouth. And it was good. I mean, like it was a bean burrito with an enchilada sauce on it. And it was okay.
Yeah, it's good.
It didn't blow me away, but I mean, it was okay.
Again, it's no Mexican pizza.
Mexican pizza is delicious. Right.
Yeah. But, it's not even a Mexi Melt. Right. And again, what is like the Mexi Melt is one of the kings of items that should be on the menu permanently. Isn't. But the enchilada's good. It's a limited time. That's why I go crazy when they put it back on the menu. I get as many as I can because then it's going to be gone again. for another year or so. But no, it's good. I enjoy it, but it's not one that I'm going to like totally miss when it's gone. The Mexi Melt, however, I must have gotten like 23 of those when they brought it back for that month.
Yeah.
And now I miss it again really bad. Like, come on, bring the Decades menu back.
I can't believe that thing's like $3.
It's highway robbery is what it is, dude. It's literally a small ass tortilla, ground beef, and pico de gallo and cheese. That should be like $1.75, and they charge like $3.25, and it's gone in 2 bites. It's so small
and so delicious, right?
But it's so good. Damn them, it's so good. Now my mouth is watering. I freaking want a Mexi Melt.
Well, enjoy your Taco Bell, Scott, for episode 546. Anything else?
Stay safe, stay healthy. Fig License 2016. Happy toy hunting, and be good to each other out there.
I want to thank everybody for listening to episode 546. Happy birthday again, Brian. And 454 to 1,000. That's all, dude. That's all we got to do.
Good math.
Thank you. And I had a dad story ready to go for tonight, and I'm drawing a blank, dude.
You told one earlier.
Oh, I know what it was. So in Pro Wrestling Illustrated, they used to have posters that you could take out and put up on your wall.
Yes.
And I think The Wrestler did that too, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So anyways, I asked Dad, hey, Dad, can you put these pictures up of these wrestlers up on my wall? And Dad goes, yeah, sure. So I went out to play, and I'm like, oh, dude, Dad's going to put hella pictures of the Midnight Rockers and Rock and Roll Express up. So I'm going in. I'm playing outside. I come back in. Dad had the backsides of whatever. So like he had the post, like the flip side. It was like top 10 wrestlers of this month and stuff. I'm like,
you're like, I didn't want the Russians up on my wall, Dad.
And he goes, what do you think of it, son? I'm like, Dad, you're supposed to flip them around. Like I would say out of 12 posters of Midnight Rockers and the Rock and Roll Express, maybe 9 or 10 of them were flipped around. Only 2 of them were correct.
You have Hot Stuff, Eddie Gilbert, the Russians, and the Sheep Herders on your wall. And you wanted the Midnight Rockers and Rock and Roll Express. That's awesome.
Dude. And so Dad, you could see like the disgust. And he's like, oh. All right. So I went back out to play again. I came back in and Dad had it. To Dad's credit, he did have it right that time.
Aww.
And it was just Scotch tape. And basically all you had to do is just take the Scotch tape off and flip it over.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was the dad story I had for tonight.
That's great, dude. I love that.
To
be fair, you didn't specify.
I didn't specify. I just held up the poster, but I just held it up. I was like, here you go.
So what you don't want to do is you don't want to tell that story to Mom, because the first thing Mom's going to say is, what magic did you work to make Dad do a task right away? Because Mom would ask him to do anything. And she was lucky if it got done within 6 or 7 months.
6 or 7 months. Try 6 or 7 years, dude.
Even that. But you managed to get Dad to hang posters during a playtime. If you tell Mom that story, I guarantee she's going to ask, what did you do to make Dad hang it so quick?
I'll talk to Mom tomorrow morning and I'll ask her.
Let's follow up next week.
Yeah, I'll have a follow-up next week. All right. Adios.
Yeah. Fullyposeable. Let's go. Jeff and Scott, the Toon Brothers, busting out the ring, but we don't take it out the box. MOC. Happy toy hunting. We'll see you next week with the OGs of WFP. Fullyposeable. Thank you all for listening. It ain't no storyline, real life siblings. So everybody go and do your toy spotting. #FigLife. Adios from the Kings.